place out there on Lake 100 South or whatever it is. 200 South. Do we have a quorum? We're good here without even James. I don't know, James is not joined yet.
Yeah. Seemed like he was going
1, 2,
to.
3, 4, 5. What is our total?
We can turn that down.
Oh, it's 6, that's right, yeah. Yeah, you're the valuable asset, yeah.
Then he said he was gonna call in.
Okay, 6 out of 9, we got a quorum.
You're listening for it.
Are you gonna text him?
I'll just keep listening for him.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Warsaw Planning Commission meeting. Approval of the September 14 minutes. Mr. President, I've read the minutes. If there are no further questions or comments, I move to approve. So motion by Rick, seconded.
Second.
Jim Gass. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Did anyone join us on the phone?
No.
Okay, they passed for the quorum. Approval, sorry, unfinished business.
None.
None. First order of business is the 10/1/2020 501 Fruit Ridge Drive replat.
Correct. So the petitioner for the Buchan subdivision is requesting to subdivide a 3.59 acre tract of land into 2 lots with an average lot size of 1.79 acres. The preliminary and final plat for the subdivision has been submitted in a timely fashion and reviewed for its conformity to the subdivision control ordinance. The proposed lots meet all of the development standards for a subdivision within an R1 zoning district, and the requirements are listed below. And as you can see, it's an 8,750 square foot minimum lot size. You can see the setbacks are there as well. Since this subdivision does not include the addition of any public infrastructure, I recommend that you grant preliminary and final approval for this subdivision. You can see the subdivisions pulled up on the screens.
Thank you, Justin. And I assume there was a mailing provided?
Correct.
And
We did.
Nothing.
Yeah, we did not receive any comments from that.
Forward against, okay, thank you. When you're done, I just want clarification. Is lot 1 and lot 2, that's what we're talking about today on the map? The one that also has a house on it, I think?
Correct. So the outline here was the original lot,
Okay,
and then they're just subdividing it to
Right.
break off this portion. There'll be an access easement on the north side
Okay.
for that back lot.
we didn't give it a number. So we usually do. All right. Any other questions or comments before we open it to the public? Anyone in the audience who would like to speak in favor of this petition? Anyone who'd like to speak in opposition of the petition? Closed to the public. Ladies and gentlemen? If the city's okay, and I assume they are, I would move to approve the initial approval. Preliminary has been a motion. All those, I'm sorry, I need a second.
Second.
And all those in favor?
Aye.
And we still don't have anybody on the phone, so that passes. This is where Diane takes over. This is,
I'll make a motion that we suspend the rules and approve to vote on the final plat.
thank you, Diane. Seconded by Rick. All those in favor?
Aye.
That is passed. Go ahead.
I'll make a motion that we approve the final plat of 2020-10-01 501 Fruit Ridge Drive.
Second.
Seconded Michelle, I believe. All those in favor?
Aye.
That carries unanimously. Thank you, Diane. Next order of business, 2020-10-02 Lakeshore Drive, replat, preliminary and final.
Yes, and before we get into this one, if you've reviewed this before 2:20 this afternoon, this is this will be new to you because they made a couple changes. There was an easement that was added, so we got that late submittal on this. So again, they're requesting a preliminary and final. They've now my comments were written for preliminary because that's all I had at that time. They have now submitted documents for a preliminary and final. It's been reviewed by the city engineer. He seemed to be okay with everything, but I just wanted to make everybody aware that this came in at 2:20 this afternoon, which isn't typical. We typically don't accept stuff at that time. So, but for this one, we accepted it because we already had the preliminary drawing in our program. So I just wanted to make that clear that it was submitted a little bit late, so if you reviewed it,
So
then.
what is your recommendation? Are you want a primary, you want preliminary and
So,
final?
as a city, I think we're okay with you, if the commission feels comfortable to grant preliminary and final for this. They have the documents now. We're not gonna make a habit of accepting things at this time like that, but if the plan commission feels comfortable with this, it's a relatively small subdivision, it's only 2 lots. The amount of errors that could be contained within this are minimal. So we felt that it wasn't a substantial enough subdivision to slow it down another month because of that, so.
Do you want, do you want
James.
final approval pending final analysis by you?
We're comfortable, as of this afternoon, as a city, we're comfortable with you guys approving preliminary and final.
So
for
you're
this.
making that recommendation?
So,
He's asking.
yeah, and in my comments, it says preliminary, but that was written last week
I
when
got
we.
that, but you
Okay.
weren't very, you're a little flaky about those.
Well, I mean, it's up to the commission. I don't want to sway you guys. If somebody on the commission feels strongly that it should not go to final, I would side with
I
them.
personally have no clue one way or another, depending on you.
Okay.
And that's why he was pressing you for the,
Yeah.
Yeah, we would recommend that you
you are
could,
recommending,
you could do that.
the record shows.
But again, we're not going to make
With
it.
his mask on, I can tell that one's smiling right there.
Is that the one that might have got away with something?
I don't know, he's enjoying this.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna be taking third hour stuff anymore.
Looking at this, is there any substantial change between the preliminary and final?
That's a good question.
These were both submitted at the same time, so there should not be. I uploaded the most recent iterations of these files, so these should be identical. There was an easement missing and a couple little tweaks that happened from last week's iteration, so I just wanted to make it clear how exactly that transpired and what we were looking at. So just in case somebody reviewed it last week when it was uploaded, these are different drawings, so we have to move forward with that understanding that if a member of the planning commission doesn't feel comfortable, we should evaluate that.
But you're still remaining with your recommendation.
Well, yeah, so I'll continue with that recommendation. We feel confident with the scale of this. We could approve that final if you feel comfortable with that.
Okay, basing it on your recommendation.
Okay. So the petitioner for the Country Club Headlands subdivision is requesting to subdivide a 4.96 acre tract of land into 2 lots with an average lot size of 2.49 acres. The preliminary plat for the subdivision has been submitted and reviewed for its conformity to the subdivision control ordinance. The proposed lots meet all of the development standards within an R1 zoning district. As you can see, the requirements are listed below. They're actually the same as the last case we just did. So I would recommend that you grant preliminary and final approval for the Country Club Headwaters subdivision.
Thank you. Was there a mailing?
Yes.
Any comments?
No.
Thank you. Before we open it up, any other questions by the planning commission? And James never did join us? Okay. With that, we will open it up. Was there anyone in the audience who would like to speak in favor of this petition? Anyone in opposition? Closed to the public. Thoughts, ladies and gentlemen?
Were you fellows, what, if it's sold, don't try to sell it, or did you have some input that,
Well, the reason it changed is Chandler wanted to add some trees to stay on lot A so that he could retain ownership of that. That's why there was so many changes late in the game.
That was the change?
Yeah.
My only concern is that remaining R1, this hearing isn't about changing it to multifamily, so.
Yeah, that's actually zoning versus planning.
Gotcha. I live across the road, I don't want condos stretching across.
Got it. Well, we were just curious. It's usually when somebody comes into the meeting, they're there to do something, and neither one of you guys got up or anything.
Well, I was either opposed or accept, I didn't get comments, so I wasn't opposing or accepting. I had a question, that's all.
Good, we're good. All right, with that, any other points or comments before we entertain a motion? Motion.
Come on, Jack, it's your turn.
I make a motion that we approve number 2020-1002.
Preliminary.
I'll second.
Seconded by Rick. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, Diane.
Diane?
I'll make a motion that we vote on the final plat of 2020-1002.
Do we have to suspend?
Suspend the
first?
rules.
Suspend the rules to vote on, sorry. I make a motion, we suspend the rules to vote on the final plat.
There you go. Thank you.
2020-1002.
So
You don't need
moved.
me, see?
Second. Jack. All those in favor?
Aye.
That carries unanimously.
See, I'm watching Dave, that's what he's gonna quote you on right there. I ain't quite screwed up.
It's going to be so short.
I'll make a motion that we approve the final plat of 2020-1002 Country Club Headland subdivision.
Second.
Seconded by Rick. All those in favor?
Aye.
That passes unanimously as well. Any other matters, Justin?
That is it.
Final motion of the evening.
Move to adjourn.
So
Second.
moved. Jack, seconds. All those in favor?
Aye.
We stand in adjournment.
All right.
Diane, you don't have to do a preliminary or anything.
Yeah, you got off cue there.
Suspend the rules, yeah.
I got distracted.
I hope it gets quoted.
You know, God, nobody watches this on TV.
They can't see me anyway.
Buddy of mine that worked with in Zimmer was a night DJ. And Oshkosh, Wisconsin College, right? And at 2 a.m. he's doing a live bit, and it's for a bank. And he goes, Jesus saves and you can too, at the Heritage Bank in front. There was two blue-haired old ladies that were very strong churchgoers, and they happened to be up that hour.
Sorry, pop,
I
drop
had
it.
them fired.
Oh, Lord.
Yep. That was back in the 70s.
Yeah, that was.
Hey Justin, will you switch the thing on that?
Yeah, although it'd be brief, but yes, it was nice.
As long as you got some opposition around.
Yeah, when I was a kid, this was a trailer park. It was owned, yeah, it was owned by Bruce Allen's dad.
Huh.
About 40 old feet up trailers and a junkyard down here where we used to shoot
Boy, you should know.
rats. Shoot rats.
Yeah, it's almost, about not even season now.
It's a, yeah, it's almost a soak, you have access. You soak it up with water.
Oh, really? Yeah. I,
Oh, no, Tom, come back here.
Soak it up with water, pop it on your head.
You just stick to it all day.
Cool.
it's amazing what kind of went up in this town, with the trailer park down there by, you know, the intersection where.
Plan commission, yeah, right there. Is that-
I'm actually getting used to this.
Order one of the things, we should have things.
Mine's 80, well, it's not in the same place as that other stuff, but,
Flooded every.
hey,
Oh, is that right?
could you guys shut that off, the camera?
White
Shut the
strips
camera
up
off.
and down.
Wait, Tom, right here.
I gave him my
No,
pen.
that's the, not the white one. Push,
I'm sorry.
no, that green light right
Green
there.
light,
Just
that's
push it
what
in
I'm
and hold it for a second. There you go.